wanted to share it with you today is just some ideas. I think some, I want to make sure we have the right expectations. I'm not, bringing you a list of investors to walk out the door with. It's really about some thoughts about how to bring on angel investing, how to manage and communicate with them, and then just some other, I wanted to share with you our experience, and hopefully that's instructive. This is actually from one of our angel investors. We put his advice in the bottle cap. Lack of money is no obstacle. Lack of an idea is an obstacle. So there's always moments where you're challenged with cash. But you've got to keep in mind there's different ways to solve problems, to address things. And while angel investors can play a critical role, and certainly did for HonestTea, you also need to make sure you're building a business. I used to have an investor who called me every month to just get his personal update. And I said, I said, look, we sent out a quarterly update. I'm trying to build shareholder value. Do you think the best use of my time is to be talking with, by the time we were done, we had over 100 investors. I spent even 10 minutes, because there's phone tag involved in talking to investors too. So so we'll talk a little bit about how to manage that, but that can be a challenge too. No special status, no special shares. You'll always hear an angel investor say, or a lot of investors, I only invest with preferred shares. And it's, preferred is a different status. It gives you liquidity preference if the business goes under. And what I always told investors was, like, if this business goes under, there's nothing that, this is, you can have a few bottle caps. I mean, there's no assets to take. So the only way for me to get a loan was I had to collateral. I had to put up my house, any net worth I had against it. And Gary said, well, that'll keep him focused. So I thought I was already pretty focused.
It was very innocent. Our sons play baseball together. Hot June, July, steamy day. I'm at the baseball game and I'm thirsty. And here comes Seth, who's always on the telephone. He's watching out of one eye, and he's got this cooler with glass bottles with all sorts of stuff floating in it. And I said, hey, do you have something to drink? And I'm hoping he has an ice water, a Gatorade or something. And he takes out a bottle and he shakes it and he goes, here. And I taste it and I'm like, this is some weird tasting stuff. He had the passion. There was no sales pitch going on. It was passion. He believed in what was in this bottle, and I can feel that, and he was not selling. He was taking phone calls, watching his kid play baseball, and in between, the passion, and I keep saying that word, was oozing out. So I said, hey Seth, do you take any money in this company? You're looking to raise money. And without any pressure, well, if that's something that you'd be interested in doing, yeah, we take money from friends and family. Sure, you could put a few dollars in.
I was initially a little hesitant because I was thinking, I'm going to see this guy, I have sons who start
right.
And so what it helped for me understand was, you're not going to raise your money from people who think this is a socially responsible investment. And we raised money for people who thought this was a good financial investment. We had a term sheet from a private equity fund that felt pretty friendly, but it was basically going to take over 40% of the company. And so Howard, just because Howard and I are friends, we spoke about it. He says, look, maybe this is worth doing, but you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your investors to see if they can beat those terms. We went out to our investors, and really within a matter of weeks, we raised the money and kept total control of the company.